So this is what a new scene looks like in Twinmotion. You can see it's really basic, it's very plain. And before we start talking about all the tools that we have around the screen, what everybody wants to know first is, how do I move around? How do I navigate? Okay, so go ahead and take your left hand, take 3 fingers and place them over A, S, and D on the keyboard. And then go ahead and try pushing those to see what they do. D moves to the right, A moves to the left, S will take you back, and then just directly above that, if you want to go forward again, push W. Okay, and then you've got 2 more keys, Q and E. Q makes you go up, E makes you come back down. Okay, now if that's hard for you, it's probably because you didn't play enough computer video games as a kid. Computer people or gamers are really good at this. And the technique that we're using here is called QWASD because of the keys that we use. If it's really hard for you and you would like, you can actually try using the arrow keys on your keyboard. That'll help you somewhat. The problem is you're not able to go up and down with those. So the best advice I can give is that you just need to practice. Use that QWASD as much as you can until it starts to feel more comfortable. Okay, now you'll notice too that sometimes it just feels like everything's going too fast. Like you're trying to practice, but if it would just slow down, it would be easier. So take the numbers directly above you with your left hand there, and you can choose a number from 1 to 6. And 2, for example, I've just pushed 2, and wow, it's really slow. Let's try 3. That's better. 4 is probably the most comfortable number, and 6 is blazing fast. Whoa. Yeah, you won't need to use 6 very often. There's another way that you can move a little bit faster. So I'm going to push 4 on my keyboard, and I'm going to move forward here. And if you hold down Shift, you'll just temporarily go faster. So that's kind of nice. Okay, if you forget what these numbers do, or you forget which letters you're supposed to push to move around, you can always click right here and say Show Navigation from this panel down at the bottom. Now normally you would see a little navigation panel right here, and it would have reminders for what the movement keys are. Right now, for whatever reason, mine doesn't want to show up, and yours is probably actually already there by default. It's normally there. So if you're sick of seeing it, then the same is true. You can go in and you can hide the navigation, and then when you want it back, show navigation from here. Okay, so we've learned how to go forward and back. What if we would just want to do some orbiting? Well, if you left click and hold the mouse, then it's going to orbit. In this case, I think it's, this works with an object, so I think it's trying to orbit just around that object. So anytime you select something and then left click, you're going to be able to see that same object from different angles. And then if I right click, first of all, I can deselect something by right clicking. I can also right click and hold, and then I can look to the right or look to the left or just wherever I move my cursor. Okay, the other thing that you ought to try while you're trying to navigate is to push 2 buttons at once. So this is my W and my S, forward and back, but if I go back at the same time that I push Q, then I'm going to go up and back. And the same thing moving forward. If I push W and E, then I'm going to go down and forward. Okay, and you also should keep in mind that pushing S to go back will take you back in whatever direction you're facing. So if I look straight down, then it feels like it's actually taking me up. It's not the up button. It's just that I'm moving straight back from, again, whatever direction I'm facing, and the same thing will work when you want to go forward. If you look up in the sky and move forward, see I'm going towards the sun, and backward will take me back down to the ground. If you should move a bit too far and you just seem to get lost somewhere in this environment, then if you can select anything, you can push F and it will bring you right back to that object. Okay, so even though in my next video I'm going to show you how to use all these menus, there's just one thing that I need to show now, and that is that here in the search bar, you've got a list of everything that exists inside this scene. Okay, it's called your scene graph. So the little pedestal that's selected right now and the cylinder, it's all here, and it's called, I guess, the starting base. Here, let's move this down so you can see that a little bit better. But if I select those from this list, and let's say that I'm lost and I don't know where I'm at, select it from this list and push F, and it will immediately bring you right back. So that's an important step in navigating, simply because sometimes you do tend to get lost. Looks like my Twinmotion is frozen, so that's where we'll conclude this video.